Before I begin, I have an announcement to make. I am one of the newest members of the EWN network, and now I'm going to have a new podcast out that will be on Spreaker.com and also on Apple's iTunes. It's going to be called The Theme Is Go Podcast. Pretty simple. The Theme Is Go Podcast. Also, catch me on Twitter, The Theme Credits. That's my handle on Twitter. So, besides YouTube, I will also be on Spreaker.com with the podcast, The Theme Is Go Podcast, and on Apple's iTunes. Once again, that's The Theme Is Go Podcast. And once again, catch me on Twitter, The Theme Credits. Now, without further ado, let's get to this greatest Royal Rumble results and rants. Gentlemen, I really don't know where to begin of how I feel about this fucking greatest Royal Rumble shit. Oh man. And it's not even about getting predictions right or wrong at this point. It's just the fact of how the whole event went. They went from giving us hope at times to really fucking us all the time. Getting ahead of myself once again, these are the results and some rants about this so-called greatest Royal Rumble. Said it before and I'll say it again. I didn't really give a fuck about this match. I didn't. So they had to go on first. At least it didn't go on last with the big ego of Triple H, who lost. Was it a good match? It was a good old school match. It was an okay match. It was okay to get the crowd started. It was alright. But at the end of the day, I didn't really give a fuck about the match because there was nothing at stake here. Oh, John Cena breaks his losing streak? Whoop-de-dee-doo. Didn't care. Didn't care. John Cena defeats Triple H. Once again, what? Was there a conversation? Okay, we're going to give you your 17th title reign soon. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Is that what went on in this fucking match? Is that what went on in the ring? That's what it seemed like. It seemed like it was a conversation of when they were going to give John Cena his 17th fucking world title win. That's what it seemed like. It was an audition. It was just major dick licking in the ring. But again, with the results, didn't fucking care. John Cena wins. Whoop-de-dee-doo. I will give credit where credit is due. This was a very cool match. It was. A lot of cool stunts. A lot of cool spots. A lot of things done. A lot of high flying. Good match. The result, I didn't think they were going to take it off Cedric. Didn't think so. Way too soon. But nevertheless, it was a good match. And that's all it was to it. Lots of Cruiserweight flying around, even countering each other's signature / finishing moves at the end of the match. It was textbook build up, roller coaster, ride, ending. It was textbook that. And it was a textbook good match, Cruiserweight style. If you didn't see it, I suggest you watch this match. The crowd wasn't into it because it wasn't an American crowd, I guess. But anyway, good match. Cedric retains. Once again, I want to get both tag team results out of the way. The Bludgeon Brothers win. There couldn't have been any type of interference from Naomi. Women weren't allowed in Saudi Arabia. So what happens? The Bludgeon Brothers win. I didn't think they were going to take the belts off of them. But I would not have been surprised. I would not have been surprised if they would have hot potatoed it back to the Usos. Even though the Usos put up a good fight, they did, but I didn't see them winning the belts back. The Bludgeon Brothers win, and now the conversation shifts to who can stop them. Triple threat or fatal four-way could. That's the only way I see them losing the belts at this point. Now, Deleters of Worlds. Deleter of Worlds, whatever the fuck they're called, they were just handed the tag team championships. They were. Because the Bar were not going to win the Raw tag team championships and then go back to Raw after they've been traded to SmackDown. That wouldn't have looked right. So I followed common sense and said the Deleters of Worlds was going to win. Even though the Bar could have taken them to SmackDown and traded belts and with the Bludgeon Brothers, but anyway, the Deleters of Worlds wins their tag team championships and the Bludgeon Brothers retain theirs. Once again, whoop-de-dee-doo. So yes, I'm going to get the midcard championships out of the way. Jinder Mahal against Jeff Hardy. As soon as this match came and went, and the results of this match, the Intercontinental Championship results wasn't that far behind as far as a stretch of who was going to win it. Jeff Hardy retains. So the common sense route were to be Finn Balor or Seth Rollins. And who did it come down to at the end of that match? Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. Out of these matches, all of them performed pretty well. They did. I'm not going to take anything away from anybody in the match because they performed due to limitations or expectations. Especially the latter match. Everyone did. At the end of the day, though, Seth Rollins retains the Intercontinental Championship. Jeff Hardy is still United States Champion. How else could it have went? Again, I don't see how else it could have went. Anyway, The Miz has already challenged Seth Rollins for Backlash. So what? If he wins the Intercontinental Championship, does he go back to Raw? Is that going to happen? But anyway, those are the mid-card championship results. If the pay-per-view didn't go downhill permanently, it did at this point. You give us a good match, and then you give us a garbage result. A stupid result. You give us a match where it could have ended with low blow and roll up, but you didn't go that route. That could have been the end of the match when it happened. Because AJ went for the phenomenal forearm, Nakamura moves out of the way, referee covers up. No, don't hit me. Not shot. Roll up. AJ's near the ropes. The match continues. And I'm like, okay. Match over. There's no way that Nakamura's going to win after that. But then you give us a double countout. A double countout? You basically just gave the middle finger to the fans again when it comes to Shinsuke Nakamura winning the WWE. Oh, but Theme, he's getting a match at Backlash. It's going to be a match at Backlash. Backlash is going to be Shinsuke versus AJ again. They're going to do it again at Backlash. Do you think that Nakamura's going to win then? I picked Nakamura twice now. And one of the results was heel turn. This result was stupid. It's extremely stupid. A fucking count out. Not even the disqualification. Not even him getting caught with the nut shot. You give us a double count out. Double count out. I don't understand. I don't understand this fucking result. Oh, but again, they're going to face each other at Backlash for the fucking third time in a row. Are they going to give it to Nakamura then? Or are they going to screw us again? Did you just want to extend AJ's reign for just a little while longer? Is that what you're trying to do here? If you're trying to build up Nakamura to be more heelish? You can't. He doesn't talk on the fucking mic. He doesn't have anybody to talk for him. That's where this downfall is. And it's not that he can't act like a heel. He can. But at the same time, he doesn't talk on the microphone. And so many of you out there crave motherfuckers to talk on the mic and be good at talking to the mic to get fucking titles. Most of you crave that. And I'm like, it's all about the wrestling. And motherfuckers like, no, he can't talk on the mic. No, go for him. Fuck that, okay? Wrestling. Giving us good matches and being respectful heels. Getting the job done alone. Nakamura just did that. And they screw us out of it. Even the nut shot to a roll-up would have been acceptable to me. Why? Because we know Nakamura can get it done in the ring. They just won't let him do it. But a fucking double count out? A fucking double count out? Oh, the biggest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia WWE Championship match ends in a double count out. Again, please, someone explain that shit to me. I don't get that. It's a stupid result that's going to lead to a fucking rematch at a tweener pay-per-view. Oh, but it's going to be both rosters on that. Again, fuck it. This was a stupid result. A fucking double count out. Extremely. Let's move on. Fuck you, WWE, for that. Fuck you. The funniest thing about this match, Rusev actually got some offense in. At WrestleMania, John Cena basically had none. So, you had Rusev get offense in against The Undertaker in a casket match. He still lost, but at least he showed some fight. He showed some fire. He showed some fear of the casket. Duh. Doesn't that go on in just about every fucking casket match that we've ever seen? Anyway, I called Undertaker, and the match pretty much thought itself out. There was no way that Rusev was going to win. So, was this the official burial of Rusev Day? We're just going to have to wait and see. You talk about made up stupid results. This match was full of Germans, F5s, spears, oh my. Germans, F5s, spears, oh my. The last spear, they go through the fucking cage. Brock Lesnar lands on his back, even though the cage is in the fucking way. Ding, 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 ding. Brock Lesnar gets out of the cage first. I thought it was both feet hitting the floor. So we're not gonna get technical about the rules here. All of a sudden, Brock Lesnar retains. Even though I called that, I didn't think they were going to do it like this. I didn't think they were going to do it this stupidly. Yeah, I don't know. Result aside, it was a very stupid way that they fucking did it. And once again, this was the continuation of WWE fucking us. So once again, not for the result, but for how you did it, fuck you, WWE. there were a lot of generic people in this Royal Rumble and not many main eventers in this Royal Rumble. There was some comedy in this Royal Rumble. Titus O'Neil being one of them. That when I watched that, he ran to the ring, he tripped and fell and went under the fucking apron. Oh God, I almost had tears coming out of my eyes. That was so fucking funny. That aside, all the other shit that happened, you had too many tag teams in this Royal Rumble, which was common sense. They weren't going to fill it up with most singles people, and tag teams can't win it. Sin Cara, number 3, and first one to be eliminated. Okay, yeah, who wants that prize? Daniel Bryan was number 1, and Daniel Bryan was my pick, and he was one of the last 3 in this Rumble. He gets eliminated by Big Cass. And who was left after that? Cass and Braun Strowman. As soon as Braun Strowman came out, I'm like, if you don't get him out, he's going to win it. They tried to get him out. They tried, and then they made him like a superpower. Even Mark Henry was in there eliminating people. Jericho was number freaking 50. Barely did anything. Sami Zayn wasn't even in this thing. Sami Zayn wasn't in this thing. I don't understand that. Kevin Owens was in it, but Sami Zayn wasn't. Shane O'Mac was in it. Rey Mysterio made an appearance. Kurt Angle versus Daniel Bryan for a little while. I was like, we need more of that. Please, give us that. Give us a match with that. Please. One-on-one. Someday, somehow, and soon. Daniel Bryan versus Kurt Angle. Maybe for a title. Do that shit. Please. But Daniel Bryan, they decided to screw us. They decided to WWE. How about some dick? Yeah, you want this WW dick, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You crave WW dick. That's basically what WWE did. They dicked us down by teasing once again about Daniel Bryan winning a Royal Rumble. That's what they did. He came out as number 1. I was like, ah, shit. Dolph Ziggler was number 2. He lasted almost halfway there. But when I'm watching this Royal Rumble and I'm watching Daniel Bryan endure, and I'm like, can he win it? Raw! You get him out, Daniel's going to win. You don't get him out, it's Strowman. Big Cass comes out as number 49 and gets up in there, barely does any fucking thing at all, and eliminates Daniel Bryan just to secure a feud between the two. Fuck you. I'm not fucking convinced about Big Cass. Never was convinced about Big Cass. I don't give a fuck about Big Cass. And now you have him eliminating Daniel Bryan in a fucking Royal Rumble to try to secure a feud, which makes hardly any sense at all. Braun Strowman got a trophy and a fucking championship belt. I'm like, oh, so he's a Royal Rumble champion now? Will he be defending that title? What, on Raw? Are they going to have him with belt? You have to throw me out of the ring in order to get this, so come and get these hands. Are they going to fucking do that? Or the belt is just going to be a prop on his trophy case and it doesn't mean shit, just like his tag team title win, it doesn't mean shit. This was a debacle of a fucking event. Did a couple of cool things happen? Yeah. Moves. Results-wise, you have new tag team champions, and that's pretty much it. Because for the most part, one belt decided the other as far as midcard and the tag team situation. I didn't think that the Bar was going to win it. I didn't think that the Usos were going to get it back. The WWE Championship situation sealed the fucking event. That was the end of that was the end. But then they had shit afterwards. They had that Universal shit that was beyond end. And then Big Cass eliminating Daniel Bryan and Braun Strowman winning this fucking debacle of a Royal Rumble, which hardly had any stars in it. Any big stars. John Cena wasn't in it. Triple H wasn't in it. Undertaker wasn't in it. Nobody that had a match before this thing was in the fucking Royal Rumble, which is not traditional. Usually, you'll have mid-card matches, and then they will still come back for the Royal Rumble. They didn't have that many Hall of Famers in it this time around. They had NXT people in it, but they had so much mediocrity in here. Daniel Bryan was arguably the biggest star in this fucking Royal Rumble, and you eliminate him with fucking Big Cass. I'm not hearing any of that. No. No, no, no. Do you agree or disagree with anything that I said here about this fucked up ass event? For some of you that may disagree, tell me why. Don't be a little bitch and, oh, I don't do that, I don't agree with you, and then run away like a fucking bitch. Tell me why. Have a debate. Don't fucking run off. I'm always open for a debate, but don't be a bitch and a half and run away. Yes, there were good things that happened. There were common sense things. There were predictable things. But there was a lot of schizophrenic things that happened with this fucking event. Daniel Bryan not winning this fucking Royal Rumble after how long he stayed in was a middle finger. Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, a double fucking count out? That was middle fingers and middle toes. That Universal shit? Man, please enlighten me. If you like any of that shit, enlighten me, explain it to me, comment below on why I'm wrong. But if you're just gonna downvote me and be a bitch or run away, then go ahead and be a bitch. I don't fucking care. You can't hurt me by words, motherfuckers. I have high self-esteem. And I'm a fucking narcissist. So words aren't gonna help me. Comment below. They never fucking hurt me. Never. So, you want to debate? You want to prove? Hey, again, if you like this shit, fine. But tell me why I'm fucked up. Tell me why I'm wrong. Please comment below. Fuck this greatest Royal Rumble because it wasn't shit. Anyway, the like button's there. The subscribe button is there. Notifications is there. This was just a middle-fingered event that was just squashed in between WrestleMania and Backlash. And now, most of the fucking Backlash event is pretty much paved away. It paved because of what happened at this event, which was just filler. Drop kicks, body slams, throwing motherfuckers over top rope, both feet hitting the floor. And there was a lot of that, but the winner should have been fucking different. It should have. I'm sorry. Thank you for giving us the middle finger about Daniel Bryan winning the Royal Rumble. Yes, I'm a wrestling fan. This is the theme, and I'll see you later. Credits.